Listen, I started Jake off and I'm gonna finish him.
Mike Tyson has blasted Jake Paul, warning him he'll destroy his so-called boxing career. Despite 4 years in celebrity boxing, Jake's victories over MMA fighters and retired athletes hardly make him a legit champ. Lately, he's been trash-talking Tyson, making wild claims even he likely doesn't believe. At a press conference in Arlington, Texas, Tyson publicly humiliated him, leaving Jake visibly shaken. Pure comedy gold for boxing fans. Known for his quiet demeanor until provoked, Tyson finally snapped after Jake mocked him with distorted thumbnails and parody videos. Tyson's fiery response was a brutal reality check for Jake, proving once again that the boxing legend doesn't play games when disrespected. For anyone following the sport, this was a masterclass in putting an upstart in his place. At a press conference surrounded by cameras, Mike Tyson tore into Jake Paul, leaving him utterly humiliated. Tyson even accused Jake's past wins of being fixed, claiming to have proof. Details to come. During a Fox News interview, Tyson reminded everyone why he's the baddest man on the planet, warning Jake, this isn't a playdate. Even at 58, Tyson's power is unmatched, and he's not someone you trash talk without consequences. Joe Rogan once said the Tyson of old was an unstoppable force. That's the same Tyson Jake is provoking. With 44 knockouts in 58 fights and the title of youngest heavyweight champion at just 20, Tyson's record speaks for itself. On his podcast, Hot Boxin' with Mike Tyson, the boxing legend made it clear he doesn't take disrespect lightly. Jake might want to rethink his antics because going toe-to-toe with Tyson isn't just a game, it's a career-ending risk. Mike Tyson is set on destroying Jake Paul, making it clear that this isn't a game. He dismissed Jake's boxing career, claiming that Jake hasn't faced a real boxer and is merely a YouTube sensation, not a true fighter. This underscores the vast difference in experience and skill between them in the boxing world. Tyson's reputation is built on ferocity and dominance, maintained through rigorous training under coach Rafael Cordero. Tyson undergoes intense daily routines, including 5 a.m. runs, 2,000 sit-ups, and sparring with young professional boxers. Cordero emphasizes that Tyson is preparing as if he's back in his prime. In contrast, Jake Paul trains with BJ Flores using modern, high-tech methods, but has never encountered someone like Tyson. Tyson highlighted the harsh reality by pointing out that Jake's wins have been against non-boxers and social media personalities, not seasoned fighters. The press conference was a spectacle, with Tyson delivering sharp remarks. He initiated the confrontation and stayed serious as they traded verbal blows. Tyson's threat to end you in the first round wasn't just talk. It was a promise from a man who knows how to finish fights quickly. Tyson's historical dominance is unmatched, having fought and defeated some of the greatest names in boxing. Mike Tyson's historic win over Trevor Berbick in 1986 made him the youngest heavyweight champion in history. His knockouts of Larry Holmes, Michael Spinks, and Frank Bruno are legendary, showcasing his extraordinary power and speed. Even today, Tyson still carries that raw, unmatched power. Public and expert reactions to a potential Tyson-Paul clash have been revealing. Even Evander Holyfield, Tyson's former rival, acknowledged, Tyson's not just talking, he's serious. Paul better be ready. Fan polls show 70% believe Tyson will win, and betting odds heavily favor him, demonstrating the enduring respect for Tyson's dominance, despite the age gap. Jake Paul, by contrast, is new to boxing. His record is built on fights against non-boxers and entertainers. Entertaining, but incomparable to the wars Tyson has fought. Paul once claimed, "I've done more in 4 years than most boxers do in a lifetime." Tyson's response reminds everyone what true greatness looks like. Meanwhile, Jake's provocations on social media, like calling Tyson old news and himself the future of boxing, have been laughable. The YouTube star-turned-boxer seems oblivious to the colossal challenge he's up against. As Tyson's legacy is a testament to a level of boxing greatness Jake has yet to approach. Jake Paul claims to be the next big thing in boxing, a sport Mike Tyson once ruled with an iron fist. Comparing Paul's ambitions to a goldfish challenging a great white shark highlights the absurdity. While Paul boasts millions of followers, he seems to mistake social media clout for actual boxing prowess. His strategy? Annoy Tyson enough to throw him off his game, a tactic more suited to playground squabbles than professional boxing. Paul's plan assumes Tyson might lose his cool, but there's a glaring flaw. Tyson isn't just any boxer. He's a seasoned fighter who channels anger into explosive power. While Paul tweets provocations,
I started Jake off and I'ma finish him.
Tyson's history isn't just a series of wins. It's a testament to his unmatched skill and brutality. In 1988, he faced Larry Holmes, a former champion known for his resilience, and knocked him out in the 4th round. Tyson's punches were so devastating they almost seemed merciful when they finally ended his opponent's suffering. As Paul continues to taunt Tyson, the reality of what he's walking into becomes ever clearer. This isn't a YouTube stunt. It's a fight against one of the most formidable boxers in history. Paul seems to underestimate the seriousness of the boxing world, confusing social media clout with true skill. But before we dive into evidence debunking Jake's so-called career, let's explore how he's managed to fool so many into believing he's a real contender in a sport that demands far more than bravado. Jake Paul's challenge to Mike Tyson seems more like a misstep born of youthful pride than a calculated move. Born in 1997, Jake, now 27, grew up with social media and YouTube fame, which can warp one's sense of reality. It's easy to see him as someone blindly walking into a lion's den. But pity him? Not really. He's orchestrated his boxing career with careful strategy, avoiding true professional boxers in favor of hand-picked opponents from other sports. Jake's debut fight was against YouTuber Deji Olatunji, who had no professional boxing experience. Jake won by TKO in the 5th round, setting the stage for a career built on high-profile but low-risk bouts. He next fought YouTuber Anison Gibb, winning by TKO in the 1st round. In November 2020, he faced former NBA player Nate Robinson, a slam dunk contest champion but a novice in boxing, knocking him out in the 2nd round. Jake's next opponent was Ben Askren, an ex-MMA fighter better known for his wrestling than striking. Jake won that fight too, maintaining his undefeated streak. While these victories boosted his profile, they also highlight a glaring truth. Jake has yet to face an actual professional boxer. Challenging Tyson, a living legend, is a whole different level of risk. In 2021, Jake Paul fought former UFC welterweight champion Tyron Woodley twice, winning the first match by split decision and the rematch by KO. While Woodley was skilled, he was past his prime and not a professional boxer. Jake's choice of opponents has been far from random. By avoiding true professional boxers, he's carefully minimized risk while building an impressive-looking record. This strategy has allowed Jake to leverage his celebrity status, turning his fights into major media events and generating massive pay-per-view revenues. As of 2023, Jake holds a professional boxing record of 6-0 with 4 KOs. However, these victories have come exclusively against opponents outside the professional boxing world, leading to widespread criticism within the boxing community. Jake's meteoric rise in boxing is a testament to media hype and strategic matchups rather than true boxing skill. Many see him as emblematic of a generation looking for shortcuts to fame and success. But as Jake prepares to face Mike Tyson, a living legend with unmatched experience, the world will finally see if his calculated approach can withstand the raw power and skill of a true boxing icon. Jake Paul's boxing career has been riddled with controversy, especially over whether his matches are legitimate. Rumors suggest he's fixed every fight he's participated in, including his infamous rematch with Tyron Woodley in December 2021. In that bout, Paul knocked out Woodley in the 6th round, but many believe Woodley's tougher training exposed Paul's vulnerability to real competition. This has fueled the perception that Jake struggles against even moderate challenges. Paul's carefully curated fight history, filled with non-boxers and aging athletes from other sports, underscores his avoidance of genuine threats. The notion that he could face a true professional boxer feels almost laughable. Yet Jake has now chosen to challenge Mike Tyson, a man whose name is synonymous with boxing ferocity and skill. Unlike Paul's past opponents, Tyson's involvement in the sport is not for show. It's his life. Rumors have circulated that the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight might be scripted, but these claims are entirely false. This fight is anything but staged. Even at 58, Tyson is driven by a deep love for boxing and an unrelenting competitive spirit. For Paul, stepping into the ring with Tyson isn't just another media stunt. It's a wake-up call to the brutal reality of facing a seasoned champion. For Mike Tyson, boxing is more than a sport. It's a way of life, even surpassing his health concerns. He would never participate in a scripted fight. Tyson is here to box, not to act. Recently, he suffered a severe ulcer flare-up that postponed the fight, but a new date will be announced soon. Despite this setback, Tyson remains resolute. "This is going to be a war," he declared, underscoring his commitment. Tyson's determination highlights the stark contrast between him and Jake Paul. While Paul's fights often prioritize spectacle over sport, Tyson's dedication to boxing remains evident. Even with health issues, Tyson is prepared to give his all in the ring. As the fight date approaches, anticipation is building. Can Jake Paul, with his inexperience, survive against a boxing legend? Tyson's chilling warning to Paul says it all. Fight like your life depends on it, because it does. This showdown isn't just about winning, it's about survival. With Tyson's legacy and Paul's untested mettle, fans are bracing for a brutal, unforgettable fight.